This perspective gave me vibes of what a real woman is supposed to be. What's up, everybody? It's your girl B Octavia, and I am back with another video. Okay, so today's video will be the Gold Elephant book review part 1. And in this part 1, I will be getting into the woman's perspective. Now, first of all, I want to say thank you so much to Michael Fray's family for getting me this book. I really do appreciate you guys, and I appreciate y'all's story. I appreciate y'all father's story. Let's put much love and blessings to Michael Fray's family in the comments. Jumping right into it, half of this book is the perspective of a woman, which I really needed, you know, and it's getting to know this woman from the time that she was a little girl and what she had to endure. From the start of me reading this book, I felt like I was reading snippets of my own childhood, you know, and what I witnessed, what I had to endure, and just the difficulty of how complex family relationships get, you know. And sometimes, honestly, it gets in the way of you operating your own life, you know. You dealing with so much as far as family goes, as far as knowing intricate details of your parents' relationship, down to seeing the domestic violence unfold and take place. It's a lot for a young girl to see, but it's a lot for a young girl to think about. It just really let me know that I wasn't alone as far as what I had to see. Like growing up in DC and even having close friends, y'all don't talk about shit like that. Like y'all don't talk about the things that go down in y'all households, because that's just how we was brought up. Like we've seen things that have traumatized us, but it's almost like it's a switch where when you get around friends, close friends, that's something that you don't even consider to talk about because you don't feel like it will be a relatable thing. So the beginning of this book, I mean, it was crazy how every single sentence was just resonating inside of me, resonating in my soul of like, wow, you know, I'm not alone. This happened to a lot of young girls, and for somebody to eloquently, you know, intellectually say it how it needed to be said, that was everything I needed, you know. This book from the start helped me realize that it's okay to speak my truth. You know, within talking about my experience and talking about my childhood and what I'm going through or what I have gone through, it's okay to stand in my truth, even though, you know, some people involved in my truth may not want to stand in their truth, may not want to stand in the truth, you know. It's mine. The bigger picture is, it's my perspective, and I'm glad that it wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna hurt this person's feelings, oh, I'm gonna hurt that person's feelings, I can't speak on this. It was very real from the start to finish. In me going through chapter to chapter and realizing how strong this young woman was in a way that she didn't really want to get close to a man or a boy. You know, she wasn't really thinking about that. She was thinking about leveling up, whether that be better clothes or more money, you know, and she thinking about getting it herself. We need an example of a strong black female that's willing to get it by herself. And it might not be ideal, you know, it might not be an ideal way to get money, but it is ideal in places like DC. You know, it's no excuse for anything illegal, but it just is what it is, you know. Within her not even tripping about a dude and how her and Michael Fray actually met. So it was a times table of the start of their relationship, you know, the middle, the climax to the end. And it was a rise and a fall of a relationship of two strong people. That's what I kept getting from it. I believe that any woman would love to fall in love with somebody that when they first looked at them, they ain't see nothing. You know, I think that they would want to fall in love with somebody under the same circumstances, as far as like you're not even tripping, like you're not horny, you're not tripping about, you know, getting a dude or whatever, and then a dude just comes, you know. That's like almost like a fairy tale. And I say that because, like, if it's somebody that you look at and you don't really see nothing romantic at first, you get comfortable with that person. So you falling in love with them will make it even sweeter, because it's like it's your friend first. Another lesson that I got from this perspective was to know your worth and what the possibilities could be. It was going down in this book, okay? It was going down. And especially with these scenarios of women coming at you wrong because of a man, I think that it should be, or should have been, like, you know, within the perspective, I think that it should have been more investigation, you know, to see why this is happening. Because when I was reading it, I'm like, girl, I can tell you why this is happening. But sometimes you don't want to investigate because you know you're going to find something. Or sometimes you really trust a person, so you can't see them. Like, you can't visualize them doing you wrong. Like, oh bitch, you need to investigate whatever the case is. But if you trust them, I understand why you're not tripping. Like, you just think these hoes is tripping, they got the shit as a figment of their imagination or something, and you know, it's them and not him. But it's for a reason. My rule would be, don't drop it until the truth drops. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause I mean, it just bothers me for the woman's loyalty, you know? Because if you doing something as a man and you got a woman and she don't really investigate on your ass, right? But if you got a woman and she's being loyal to you, and you not being loyal, you should say something before that get out. Or if it can get out. If it's a possibility that it can get out. It don't matter if it's down the road or not. You know, it's going to drop. So, I feel like, you can't be like, don't look for things to be swept under the rug, because you always gonna have to clean under the rug anyway. Like, somebody's gonna lift up the rug, somebody's gonna lift it up, and all that dust, all that truth dust will come out, and it's gonna make you sneeze, it's gonna make you cry. And yeah, like, let's not sweep it under the rug. Let's figure this out, and then we can be off of it, you know. But you gotta give a woman a chance to take in the truth. You know, you gotta give a woman the chance. You can't be like, oh, she can't handle this or she can't handle that. You gotta really give her the truth, see what she do with it, and see if she wanna stay with your ass. Alright. This perspective shows a woman's loyalty at any risk. You know, if you're facing jail time, if you willing to show your loyalty at any risk when you jealous or when you feeling some type of way, that's dangerous to you. You gotta show loyalty to yourself. And sometimes as women, we really do, we get lost. We get lost in relationships. We get lost in just thinking about, you know, our children and our family unit, and not thinking about ourselves, not thinking about where we can end up, not thinking about the possibilities as far as jail time is concerned. And that just takes us away from our children, you know. And I felt like her loyalty was at any risk until she got tired, you know, until she really realized that it wasn't getting her father in her relationship. It wasn't making her feel better. It might have made him feel better and more secure, but she does not feel that way. To me, it was a woman's will to stick by her man, but a woman's will to create a will for herself to live happier, to live free. And you see how money kind of gets in the way of that. And honestly, this perspective also showed the difference in women as a whole. This woman got tired of the materialistic aspects and things that she could be given. The materialistic things were used as a gap, you know, of Mr. Fray not coming home at night and coming the next morning or so with jewelry and furs and this and that. It wasn't real love anymore. It was being given materialistic items with no affection, you know, with no real thought. So this character really showed me strength and embodied power, you know, because you have to, I don't fault any woman for going down a road that she feels good about. But once you start to get that feeling that it's not good anymore, for you, for your mental state, for your ability to stay free in the free world and take care of your kids, you gotta get back to what can make you happy. And that's the simple things. You gotta get back to who you were before any of this. When you start to get that feeling that this is not the person that you want to be anymore, and you start to make those changes, I'd be proud of you. No matter what decision you started with. But you have to catch yourself. And that's why I say it's a difference in women. Because some women will take that for the rest of their life and be satisfied. You know, no affection, who cares? You know, cars, this, that. And it fulfills them. But real strong women that want to get it out the mud and want to reinvent themselves into the best version of them, I'm proud of you for making a change. I'm proud of you for finding that strength. I'm glad that this was an honest woman's perspective. I plan on getting so many more books by DC authors because, I mean, this book was put together wonderfully. I'm so thought out that I gotta go back and read it again. You know, it's that good of a book. With all of that being said, the next part of this book review will be part 2, and I believe that is coming on the weekend, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. It's your girl B Octavia, and I will see y'all in my next video.